Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Hey, welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here, youtube.com/Steven Larson, available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notify bell next to it if you're watching us on YouTube, just to make sure you're always getting your daily YouTube notifications about Going In Raw. We're also available wherever fine podcasts can be found, including, of course, the CastBox app. We have a partnership with them. It's a fantastic podcast app. Be sure to check that out. Leave us a sub to Going In Raw. Leave us a little comment. It really helps boost the exposure of Going In Raw. Also, on the Apple iOS podcast side of things, you can do the exact same thing. It helps boost the exposure of Going In Raw. We're also available on Spotify, a bunch of other places.
Yeah.
We're also on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. We have many reward tiers to choose from. If you want to help support Going In Raw, it's a great way to do it and get something back in return. We're also at prowrestlingtees.com/Going In Raw. Bunch of great t-shirt designs there. Check them out. We're also today, right now. Wait,
usually
when
this
is
goes
this
up
going up?
Like first thing in the morning, like 6 or
Like
7,
around
right?
6 or 7, so in a couple hours.
9 a.m. today, Friday, we're going to be doing a live stream, reaction stream to largest, longest, greatest Royal Rumble.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seasick Larson.
With Seasick Larson and Dead Steve, apparently, because you kind of bluish when you die, kind of, a little bit. Anyways, we're doing it's the longest Royal Rumble.
Reaction live stream.
I really kind of wish it was like 3 hours instead of 6, but
Well, it's 5. It's 5 for us because we're not doing the kickoff show. So
but
it's
then
5.
we got to do a reaction afterwards.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Talk about NXT. Let's talk about NXT's seems like worldwide expansion. So
worldwide domination.
Yeah, there was.
We're gonna golden shuffle the entire planet.
Every other promotion on the planet.
Listen, I heard that French guy say there's no Planet B, so this is Planet A, and it's all ours.
No, it's Planet NXT.
Planet NXT.
So apparently WWE had their business partner summit recently. And
why were we not invited to this?
We're not a business partner
yet.
And Triple H apparently went into what he wants NXT to be.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. And the general idea apparently is that he wants the territory. He wants to bring back the territory system.
But it's all my territories.
And it's worldwide instead of regionally here in America.
Yeah, instead of Vern Gagne, Triple H.
Triple H, yeah.
Instead of Vince McMahon Sr., Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H. He's the head of the new World Wrestling Alliance.
Triple H Von Erich. You're looking at him.
Paul Crockett.
Paul
Jarrett.
Paul Jarrett Promotions.
Paul McMahon.
Oh, man.
So anyways, according to Triple H, these territories would provide more than just wrestling training. It would provide, quote, career development, life skills training, advanced education, language skills, media training. And then he goes into further detail about what these individual territories would look like. He says, quote, going to the individual markets around the world, we will create scaled versions of the template we've created, organizing tryouts, recruiting talent, establishing performance centers, and building on-the-ground NXT-style brands. You can already see this template starting to take shape in the UK.
No, you can't.
I mean, they have a title.
They have a title and
that's what he
nothing
says.
else.
We have the talent. We have a UK championship, and now we're ready to give those fans more.
Okay, that's been a year.
The June UK shows in London. What are these quotes all from? Cage Side Seats.
Cage Side Seats has a good rundown on this.
Yes, we'll kick off the next step in the evolution of our European brand. But we're not stopping there.
No.
We're taking action in regions all over the world, which includes localized tryouts. He's talking about the greatest Rumble in the agreement with the Saudi General Sports Authority. Includes localized tryouts. They just had a bunch of tryouts in Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Training, a possible on-the-ground performance center, and even a Middle Eastern brand.
Yeah.
Imagine that engagement when a kid from...
Engagement. That's the most
He
corporate
sounds like
word.
a YouTuber. Where was I?
Imagine that engagement when a kid of Riyadh or Dubai or Jakarta could grow up as a WWE fan, be recruited by us, be trained by the game, become a champion in their home country, go on to compete globally at NXT, debut on Raw or SmackDown one day, step out into a sold-out stadium on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania, get banged, pedigreed by me, I go over. No, he didn't say that part.
No, he didn't say
he
that
said,
part.
imagine what that could create in the market. Imagine what that can create in places where the demand for WWE is the greatest, but the supply is limited only by geography.
And he goes on, we envision NXT-style promotions not just for fans in Europe or the Middle East, but also India, South America, and more. He had a whole map.
Yeah, he had a map. It was all like half yellow. It was all gold NXT. And he had it was like NXT from Orlando and then a bunch of strings going to various countries,
when you look
continents.
at the map, you look at the map of flights where they fly from the airports.
Exactly, yeah.
Looked like that.
We got Cassius Ohno taking over South America. We've got Cesar Bononi oddly taking on France.
Says it's the same grassroots territory feeder system that existed before, except now not on a national level, but on a global level, and all under the WWE Triple H banner. So this is interesting. What I found interesting was the pipeline. I guess when we've had our debates about what the UK show should be, or if they ever do a women's show, what the pipeline would be to eventually making it
Territory of woman.
to the main roster. This is the first time I think he's really laid it out.
Yeah.
His vision for what he wants it to be.
Yeah, right.
He had these regional promotions. Those feed to NXT. And then I guess the best of the best from NXT after development go up to the main roster.
Yeah,
that seems to be the pipeline.
Cage Side Seats kind of jokingly says, so you've got like the Indies, which is the feeder system to the feeder system to the feeder system to the main roster.
Yeah.
Which is essentially what it'd be, which is great. Look, man, if we can get, freaking NXT South America, that'd be dope.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'd be all about that stuff, man. That'd be
have
cool.
all that stuff in the network.
Have it all on network, exactly. Which is kind of interesting, given that they're, they were just going through. Maybe they just the Saudi check cleared, and they're like, we could have NXTs everywhere now. As soon as it cleared, hey, okay, let's put on this business partner summit thing. What was interesting to me in this was his assertion that the quote, with more than 1 million subscribers viewing and
NXT,
consuming NXT content and a 53% increase in social media followers. I mean, that's whatever, but more than 1 million subscribers viewing and consuming NXT content. I wonder what exactly that breakdown would be. I would love to see the actual.
Uniques? How many is that total views of a show?
How many people are actually watching NXT on a weekly basis? That's what I want to know. I guarantee it's not 1 million, but if
Probably
it
not.
was, that'd be insane.
Oh, that'd be what, 2/3 of the network subscribers, if they're at 1.5 million.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Which, I mean, I guess is possible. I mean, I'm curious what.
I mean, 1 million viewers is more than double what Impact does.
How many of the network subscribers? How many people watched WrestleMania? You know what I mean? Like that's. I'm curious.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
curious about that number. And I forgot to look at the. 205 live ratings again.
Oh,
I want to look at that.
yeah.
Anyways, no, I mean it's very ambitious. Maybe it's too ambitious. I don't know, but with that, if they have a $200 million check coming in for
also,
just one
I
event,
don't imagine this is going to be a simultaneous rollout. This is something where they'll start.
over the span of 10 years.
They'll start with the United Kingdom division. Then maybe they'll brand that NXT something, NXT Europe or something like that.
Yeah.
Start with that. Once they kind of have themselves established there, they'll look for another place where there's a supply of talent, where there's also demand for wrestling product. Go there next, and just kind of bit by bit, go from there.
205 Live was number 9.
All right.
So
They seem firmly entrenched in the top 10, which for the longest time was not a given.
I mean, WrestleMania was still number 1.
Oh,
When was WrestleMania?
it's the 8th.
8th? Okay, so yeah, well, people are still watching it. Anyways.
So anyways, that's interesting stuff, and we'll see.
Well, here's one thing that I really, really like about this. Very basics. He mentions, I know they already announced it, but the fact that he's reiterating the UK stuff, just want to make sure that doesn't sort of fall by the wayside again. Like if they're gonna do this, that UK show, it's not just going to be on NXT. It's going to be, they're going to be doing that, because another thing in the newsletter they were talking, Meltzer was talking about the World of Sport tapings happening again.
Yes.
So obviously it seems like Oh, well, whenever they do that, WWE's like, oh, yeah, we should probably do something with that UK brand because these ITV guys are over here doing their
such a
thing.
reactionary stance.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it really shouldn't be that way. So anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all that business.
You want to talk about Cody Rhodes now?
This is like the shortest story there is. Can we do non-news in this episode, too?
No, we got a bunch of questions we can answer.
We have all sorts of questions. Cody Rhodes, is he going to come back to the WWE?
According to him, no. He says, unlikely. They have a huge place in my heart. They raised me, but my music is my music, and I play it how I want. I am literally incapable of taking direction. He also added another tweet when asked if he's going to start his own promotion. He said, no. He saw his dad sink a bunch of money into a promotion. He's not going to do it.
Yeah, that's smart.
I know.
That's smart.
It's probably mighty expensive to put on a show.
I know. It sounds horrible.
It sounds like a lot of...
Gotta get insurance. Hope that somebody
that's
doesn't
just-
freaking kill themselves
Gotta
out
have
there.
medical staff on hand.
Make sure everybody's like the right age. You know? It's like, who are you?
Pay for everybody's
Who'd you train with?
travel and stuff. And
Yeah.
pay for them to do the show and then find the arena, pay rent there.
Yeah.
Work out a deal for tickets.
And then a couple of yokels like us show up and just run it down on social media.
When did that happen?
Never, but we could.
No, we're not going to do that.
Went to a crap show.
I don't think it'll be a crap show.
No, we would never do that. We're nice people.
The
remember?
talent lineup so far is great.
We give to charity. We're good people, Larson. Anyways, should we answer questions now? We have a half hour to answer questions.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
We also have a lot of other stuff going up today, so we don't necessarily have to do a full hour with this, Steve, if you don't want to.
Wait, what's that?
So we have this going up first thing in the morning. We also have our stream, our recap.
Oh, yeah.
And then another
stream.
surprise coming up later
well,
tonight.
You know, we'll see what questions we have.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm not
oh,
gonna-
by the way, everybody go to our Instagram, instagram.com/Steve.
What's your goal? What's your follower goal on there? Because you seem to have a number in mind.
1 mil. We're at almost 6,000 right now.
Yeah.
But, hey, you know, that was 1,000 in like a couple days, though, because I started pushing a couple days ago.
No, I'm aware.
I want our Instagram number to get up to our YouTube number. I want them to be in tandem.
Wow.
That's what I want.
Ambition.
Well, it's good to have ambition. Look at Triple H. He's got a freaking map with a bunch of flight plans on it.
Yeah, I know.
It's good to be ambitious, man. We're still rocking these microphone screens with like poop stains on it.
I don't think that's poop.
Can you swivel that so it doesn't look like you just wiped your
Well, then
asshole
it's
on
right,
that?
then it's right by my mouth. I don't know what would be poop stain near my feet hole. You understand what I'm talking about?
No, man. I don't want poopy near my mouth either, dude.
All right. Back off.
Sorry.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, man.
Go.
All right, here we go. Oh, what a great question. Starting off strong with Azo Smith. Power rank top 5 hand signs in wrestling.
Number 1, Undisputed Era.
Why?
Because it takes both hands.
It takes both hands and a ton of brain power.
Yeah, man.
Do you see people trying to figure that one out? Roderick Strong,
It's
he was like...
It's like when you got to pat your head and rub your stomach.
Left goes...
Can you do that?
Left is this way. I start out here, and then I start doing this.
I can only do it this way. I can't do it the other way, though.
I start here and
It's
start
harder
doing
that way,
this.
though, isn't it?
It is a little bit harder. Yeah, because I'm right-handed.
Yep.
But I can still do it. Very talented.
I just end up either rubbing both my head and my tummy or patting both.
Let's face it. Too Sweet is most iconic.
Yeah, I guess so.
Got it. Okay, listen. It's legacy, kayfabe, and being good.
Yeah.
Because only people who are good throw the Too Sweet up.
I feel like that's a slight towards me.
I hadn't intended it that way, but I totally mean to now. I'm retconning the meaning of that. What are some more wrestling
Undisputed
signs?
Era.
Yeah, okay, that's great too. What else?
Oh.
Oh, that's number 1 right here. Real. This one. Because it's a metaphor for a gun. Next up, from @UsedFood21. Who has the bigger ceiling? Jinder Mahal or Baron Corbin?
Baron Corbin.
Is
I kinda feel
Baron
like-
Corbin ever going to be world champion?
Maybe.
For longer than 6 months?
Oh, probably not.
Well,
But
then it's Jinder. We've already seen his ceiling. It's world champion for 6 months, which is a massive ceiling. He already hit his ceiling, but it was huge,
Yeah,
man.
Baron might have hit his ceiling too. King of Beard
Exactly.
style. Will The Miz win his 9th and record-breaking 10th Intercontinental Championships this year? I think that belt is going to SmackDown Live tomorrow.
I think it's going to SmackDown Live on Backlash. At Backlash.
Backlash.
That's what's going, yeah.
GRG at George B. Wrestling. Homegrown versus indie talent as draws in WWE.
Indie darlings, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, don't dismiss homegrown talents, but
Oh, I know.
it's all about the indies these days, man. Keith Lee is going to be huge.
Oh, yeah.
When are they going to sign Jeff Cobb, man? Get him in there, too.
Well, he's got that Lucha Underground contract to contend with.
Weren't they like letting people out of that if they wanted to go?
Yeah, I think so. Local hero. Who would be the most fun international surprise at Greatest Royal Rumble? He says Joe Hendry.
Oh, give me Joe
Local
Hendry.
hero.
Give me the local hero, Joe Hendry. Let's see here. With the Ramon Montoya, with the Greatest Royal Rumble, will it cause a controversy that will hurt the company? We already talked about that a little bit. Will it hurt the company? Nothing that $200 million can't fix. That's for sure. And on top of that, it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. Didn't Stephanie say something along the half of my shit is? Didn't somebody say something?
Yeah.
Aren't they like gonna do? Maybe not. Something to kind of make up for it,
Oh, I don't remember that.
like a women's thing or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Never mind. That's what I get.
JP Zamet. That's a great name.
That was a great name.
With the Greatest Royal Rumble approaching, what is your favorite Royal Rumble match and why? It's got to be 92.
Well, that's when Flair won it.
Yeah, man.
I haven't seen that one in a
it's
while.
great.
Well, tomorrow we've
Countouts.
got two countouts
Two
going
countouts.
up. The greatest winners and the worst and the worst winners.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest, the best and worst
Winners of Royal Rumbles.
Of Royal Rumbles. Yeah.
You should say Corporate Rumble.
It is the corporate rumble. That is the correct answer.
Drew Compton will be watching Max Wrestling Friendo Open Challenge starting next week and running through Monday.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that. Also, we got to figure out. I told Christopher Kaufman and Anthony F. that we would start doing commentary
On McDonough Family Wrestling.
I kind of want to scrap Bad and Rad just so we can do commentary on McDonough Family Wrestling. Let's just start up a 2K18 channel and put all of our stuff there.
That's a lot, man.
No, not doing commentary. We just get the video and we do
I
commentary.
understand. But if we do a whole other channel and we still keep on doing Bad and Rad, that's a lot. It's going to start being a lot.
No, we just stopped doing Bad and Rad.
I thought we were just going to do each one once a month. Specials.
Let's just do one super show for both shows once a month.
Yeah.
A Bad Rad super show once a month.
Well, the problem is that they're on different platforms.
Yeah, I know. We just take it. It's an intermission time. Then we're going to get back to Bad Wrestling.
All right. I'll be going to Rad Wrestling.
Bad starts and Rad finishes.
Well, we can alternate.
Rad's the perpetual main event. Liam Wagner, power ranked baked potatoes in wrestling. Hey, you want to look at my baked potato? I've never seen any of the baked potatoes.
Nor have I. I'm not going to speculate.
We've seen Seth's dingus.
Yeah. All right. So we've seen one.
I don't know. I don't remember what his testicles look like.
I don't either.
I kind of don't remember what the rest of it looked like either. Thank goodness.
Justin Wern. What other wrestler in WWE needs new/updated entrance music like Shinsuke?
I didn't go looking for it. People sent it to us, and it was like, okay, well, I can't unsee that now. If somebody goes like this and there's like a dingus there, you're going to see it. Didn't go looking for it. Continue what now? What other wrestler? Who needs new music? Bobby Roode.
That'd be interesting.
I want to hear like I want a dubstep version of the Glorious theme song. Glorious.
Jova. If you could swap finishers of any two wrestlers, who would they be? I want to see Braun do a curb stomp.
I would swap Adam Cole's last shot for Adam Cole's last shot.
Braun do a curb stomp.
Oh my God, that'd be terrible. That'd be horrible.
The most devastating finisher.
I know. It'd be like that freaking Game of Thrones dude who got his head crushed by the mountain.
Casual. Should WWE, being that they have no real competition besides New Japan, maybe should they begin doing cross-brand pay-per-views, doing like NXT versus Ring of Honor or main roster, no belts on the line, just pure wrestling.
They don't need to do that. They have half of Ring of Honor's freaking roster.
Yeah, and once they do this whole worldwide expansion, they can have various NXT territories.
I didn't notice in that crazy map, did he have a flight path to Japan? Ooh, what?
I believe so.
There's already a company there. There's a couple of them.
There's a lot. More than a couple. Hear me pull up. Yeah, see.
Oh, look at that. Why are they not going to Australia? Australians love wrestling.
I know.
You don't have one to friggin' Africa? Are you kidding me? He should have a line into Wakanda. It's Avengers Day, dude.
I know. Joshua, the Dynamic Knight Martinez. Could it be that Brock retains that Greatest Royal Rumble, and that way all the fans just keep asking for Roman's to win, so Brock can go away, and this is McMahon's plan to get Roman over all along? It's just a battle of attrition.
We got to read these questions before we read them.
Why?
Read them because that didn't make any sense. What?
No, he says, could it be that Brock retains at Greatest Royal Rumble because the fans just want this thing to get over with? Reigns winning.
Oh, I do. No, okay. So all jokes. I do think that's part of it. Like, I don't know. Isn't part of this whole gimmick? Isn't part of this whole angle like people just want this to be over with?
Yeah,
that's got to be.
So, I mean, it's a battle of attrition right now.
Yeah.
Austin Jones, what would you think of AJ developing a nervous tick every time
funny.
he sees Shinsuke? He has to cover his front area.
It just says nuts, man. You could say nuts on YouTube.
Front area is funnier.
It is funnier.
That's why I say front area.
Yeah, it would be funny.
It would be funny.
Or if he just if he did the Dakota Kai thing. Now, all shaky and nervous.
No, he's got to start wearing a cup.
Who just says, hey, Dakota, listen, you're a huge talent. Really love your work. You're going to be scared, shaky, and act as if you're urinating yourself when Shayna Baszler comes around.
Well, is there a point where I won't be doing those things?
When you get released. You can do whatever you want then. Let's see here. Craig Hammond. Over the past few years, WWE has been recruiting more wrestlers who have made their names in the indies rather than homegrown. This is making the roster older. Styles, Rude, Joe. They're all like pushing 50. Is this going to be a problem? Thoughts?
No.
No, because there's too much talent anyway, so the shorter shelf life they have, the better.
Well, this is interesting. Joaquin Cardenas. What would Trent Beretta's ceiling be today if he was to return to WWE? Would he be better off staying in New Japan?
Yes. He would be better off staying in New Japan. There's just too much in WWE.
He would be Oni Lorcan level.
Whoa! Really?
Yeah.
That is floor status. That is the floor.
I'm saying in NXT, that would be his role if he were to return.
Who's got a more prominent role, Tino or Oni Lorcan?
Tino's on TV more often.
Right, so you're saying Trent would be on TV less than Tino?
Well, Oni's on a decent amount.
But you just said Tino.
No, I know. I don't mean that as a slight to Trent. I love Trent. I just don't think they probably think very highly of him.
Trent and...
Like, Oni Lorcan is incredibly talented.
Trent and Chucky T.
As a tag team, that's a different story.
Oh, okay.
But I think Trent solo, it'd be like NXT mid-card.
Yeah, but Oni Lorcan's not in the mid-card.
Well, he kind of is.
Well, he just had a championship match, but come on. That was feeder.
Oni Lorcan's a mid-carder. How about this? He'd be Oni Lorcan level if Oni won 60% of his matches.
He win. Well, that's a sea change, dude. Oni wins like what, 5% of his matches on TV?
What's a better analogy?
When's the last time he even won a match?
I don't remember.
A better analogy would be this: Trent and Chucky T as a tag team could be Heavy Machinery.
Yeah,
that would be their ceiling.
More entertaining, but yeah.
No, I'm saying
their level. Yeah,
the way I think NXT views Heavy Machinery is the same way, because I think that NXT, I think Triple H likes Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, he mentioned Otis in some article.
Yeah,
but Trent, that's what we were talking about. Just Trent.
Mm-hmm. Just Trent. You're probably right. He's got to be over freaking Tino, right?
Yeah.
As a singles.
Well, let's wait and see how this Tino Riddick Moss singles storyline plays out.
Jury's still out on that. Who would be Rico Henry? Who would be the better heel, Roman or Dean? I'm really curious to know what a Dean heel turn would be like.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Dean might be already in Orton territory where people just won't take a heel turn.
I don't know. Will Rattay, which brand has the most to gain from the Greatest Royal Rumble? Title changes, Rumble winner, so on.
Who has the most to gain?
I think Raw does, because like the viewer fatigue of this whole Brock thing, that's going to play a huge role.
You can see what's going to. We can try to maybe figure out what's going to happen next. Yeah, I get you. James Games. Who's the most accomplished wrestler we've ever met? We've met the best Intercontinental Champion of all time, The Miz.
We've also met the current WWE Champion.
Oh God, AJ Styles. I too sweeted him,
Mm-hmm.
and so did you. No. I'm sorry, I should have said we both too sweeted him.
No,
just one of us got on camera, the other waited till the camera was shut off. You did that. The fact that you're not denying it.
I did meet Zack Sabre Jr. I bought a shirt from him.
And we've met Charlotte.
Yeah, she's a decorated champion.
Mm-hmm.
Either Charlotte or AJ Styles.
I mean, we've never met like Bruno. We've never met Austin. We've never met Hogan. We've never met Andre.
Never met The Rock.
Never met The Rock. We have friends who met The Rock.
Uh-huh. Had friends who met Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
And friends who met Triple H.
Yes. Yeah, weird that we haven't met Triple H.
We were on a conference call with him one time.
That's right.
What's up, guys? This is The Game.
Well, we weren't the only ones on.
And you're watching Going in Raw.
Let's see here. Oh, good question, because I have no idea. I don't even know how to say this person's name because I think their name is written in Japanese. What do you think the crowd reactions in Saudi Arabia are going to be like?
That's an interesting question. I have no idea.
This is at Seoul FGC.
I have no idea.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to find out.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. Do you see how plush those chairs?
Oh,
that should have been our lead story.
Oh,
see
I
how
know.
plush those chairs
that
are?
was the VIP section, man.
Where was that for WrestleMania, man?
I know. Lots of leg room, plush chairs.
Oh man, just probably hella popcorn. I don't know how Saudi Arabia feels about popcorn, but I'll be outraged. You want real outrage if they're freaking anti-popcorn? I'll really boycott it.
Andrew Austin, assuming Roman wins at largest, longest, greatest Royal Rumble, power rank each Universal Champion's reign. Also, is this the only title that doesn't come with an automatic rematch clause?
Yeah.
So we have
Well, the NXT title doesn't anymore.
Finn, Kevin Owens, Goldberg, Lesnar. There's only been 4 Universal Champions.
I mean, Finn's at the bottom because he had it for less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I would say Brock. Owens wasn't great, but
It's got to be Brock, Goldberg, Owens, and Finn.
I don't know. Owens at least had it for a while, and there's some entertaining stuff with him and Jericho.
Yeah, but he was so weak.
Oh,
They
I
booked
know.
him so weak.
I know.
It was one of those things. I hate when somebody's booked so weak. And I guess the case could have been made with Seth for this. When they're booked so weak that it's like, why do you even have the title on this guy? You know, sometimes they're booked so weak that you're just thinking that. It was great when he got it, though, when Triple H just gave it to him.
Oh, that was fantastic. Still want to know what Triple H said to Kevin Owens when he pulled him aside before the Festival of Friendship.
Said, are we good? And Kevin Owens said yes.
Mr. Dad Aesthetic, Mike Regan. Which incarnation of Chris Jericho is each of your favorites? His personal is Ruthless Aggression Era Jericho.
Yeah.
For me, I still think it's WCW.
Yeah, I know, man. It's hard to go wrong with that. It really is. It's a bummer, though, because, like, whenever I watch... I was watching Thunder the other day. I tweeted at you when I was watching Thunder.
Yeah,
instead of
you really need to
Nakamura.
wa-
I
you really need to
literally
watch that
sat
match.
there and made the decision. What should I watch?
Poor decision. You need to really evaluate.
Nakamura versus Kota Ibushi, which
your
Larson says is like the
decision-making
best match. Or should I watch the first
skills.
episode of Thunder? And I chose that.
Patrick Morales.
He fought Flair in that.
Oh, yeah.
First episode of Thunder.
Desert Island situation. If you could only watch one match for the rest of your lives,
Oh,
what
screw
match would
that.
that be?
Do you want to hear a really fucked up answer?
What?
What would you pick?
It'd be something long because it'd fill up a lot of time. So I'm not watching the same 15-minute match over and over again.
Here's the thing, dude. Okay. You're on a desert island, you know? Like, as a man, you have needs. So I'm thinking like a bra and panties match. We want to keep it. Because no matter what match you choose, it's going to get old eventually. I guess the same thing could be said about, you know, a bra and panties match. Just saying, you know. I'm trying to keep it real, dude.
All right.
I'm trying to keep it real.
Okay.
What would you say? What match is so great that you'd want to watch
Okada
it?
Omega 2. It's an hour long. It's a lot of intricacies of the story that's being told. I can pick out new things every time I watch it.
Yeah, right. I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't have to tell you.
Anyways, moving on.
Oh, I thought we were done. I put
Trying
my
to
phone
keep
down.
it real. Oh, you put your phone down? All right. I'm going to do one more.
All right, do one more. Find one more.
Let's see here.
Okay. Thrilling ending to...
It's always like this. It's always like this. It's okay.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's okay. I'm the Bombardier. I'm all right. Rodrigo Magana. Very boring and straightforward question to end the show today. What's your... And he said very boring. I'm not saying
I
that.
saw that question, yes.
What's your favorite thing going on in the WWE right now? It could be from NXT, 205 Live, or Maine. Thanks, friendos. What's your favorite thing right now? I'll be honest, man. Mine is Aleister Black as NXT champion. That shit is rad. He looks amazing with that title. He's great.
I'm going to say in NXT, I'm going to do it by brand.
Okay.
NXT is Undisputed Era. Endlessly entertaining.
So good.
SmackDown, it might be Nakamura's work right now.
Oh, you're going each brand.
That's what I just said!
Yeah, man.
I swear you never pay attention to me.
No, I did. Nakamura.
What's on Raw?
Braun shoulder checking Kevin Owens. You know that's not going to stop.
Oh,
that's not going to stop.
I hope he does that the entire Greatest Royal Rumble. That's how he wins. He shoulder checks Kevin Owens.
You know what? No, you know what I actually like more than Nakamura's heel run right now? Freaking Carmella.
Yeah.
I think that might be my favorite thing on SmackDown right now.
That segment this last week was really good.
When she said, we're going to show it again, I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good because that's so bad.
It is.
That's the most heel shit ever.
Join us in a couple hours for our live reaction stream of largest, longest, greatest Royal Rumble. And then we'll have our recap after that.
That's right. Anyways, thanks for watching. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.